Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. And this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, the day is still the same, man. It's Tuesday, October 26, 2021. And I'm just doing something, man. I got a long ass ahead of me, y'all. Had to leave early. Yes, either way it go. I reached out earlier for some support. Didn't get it, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But I wanna ask this question, man, before this phone go dead. Is religion the source of racism? Think about this. Your Bible tells us that God created all mankind. He created all these different races, right? And he chose one out of all the people, out of all the races. He chose one and say that these are my favorite. These are my chosen people. Now, guess what? If you got 10 kids and you pick one of them and say, this is my favorite, I love him more than I love all of them. The rest of them ain't nothing but his slaves. That's called favoritism. But when you created all these different races and you say all the rest of the races outside of this one race is nothing more worthy than nothing more to be slaves to this one race, and this one race is the perfect race, and they're your chosen one. That's racism, ain't it? Think about this. God created all these races, but he said the Jews are his chosen people. What that makes the rest of us in his eyes? If that's his favorite group and he chose them, what does that say about the rest of us? What he thinks about the rest of us? Ain't that what racism is, y'all? You go and look throughout, especially all throughout the Bible. Even when Jesus was talking to the woman at the well, racism is a common theme in your scriptures, whether it be the Torah, Quran, Bible. All these scriptures have an overtone where one group of people is God's favorite and everybody else is nothing more than beasts who are meant to serve that one race. So we're going to talk about that later on tonight. We're going to ask the question, where does the origin of racism come from? And is it religious in its origin? Because again, when you look at all the scriptures, I mean, the Jews say that they the chosen one. And you got even Christians. This is the crazy part about it to me. Black people sit around here and talk about being oppressed, but yet still, you still worshiping the God that your oppressors gave you. Why is it that we don't even think about the spiritual practices that our ancestors practiced before they were brought here as slaves? Think about this. The white man got you calling your spiritual ancestors, your ancestors' spiritual practice, he got it calling it witchcraft. But yet still, when you're raising people from the dead, you're telling people to eat your flesh and drink your blood, you sacrificing all of these animals, ain't that witchcraft also? So we have been brainwashed to believe that when black people practice spirituality, it's witchcraft. Hold on, who that just left a comment? Yeah, we've been taught to believe. Somebody just left a comment, I'm trying to see. Racism and hatred come from the devil. But the Bible also, it comes from the Bible, because the devil comes from the Bible. Didn't God, again, I said this earlier in the beginning of the video, didn't God create all these races, but say the rest of us are not fit but to be slaves to the Hebrews? That's racism. God himself is racist. When you look at the way he had his people to go down and annihilate other races of people, other groups of people, the Amalekites, the Moabites. Every time you read in the Old Testament, and again, going back with Jesus, when Jesus was talking to the woman of the well, what he say? It ain't right for the master to give his food to the dogs. He called that woman a dog because she was a Samaritan and he was a Hebrew. So racism, even if it's from the devil, then it has its origins in religion, my brother. True. We'll talk about it a little bit more, man. I'm trying to shut this. And I got about another hour and a half, almost 2 hours to walk, bro. Hey, it is what it is. I see right now, if I needed a kidney and needed $7 to get that kidney, I couldn't get it from the subscriber. Some of the, I'm just keeping be real. Y'all remember old Life when Eddie Murphy asked Martin? He said, "Hey, you still got that $2 I gave you?" He said, "Nah, I gave it to old girl. You know, her grandmama needed surgery." He said, "Yeah, and the bitch was just short $2, huh?" I mean, either way it goes, it is what it is. I gotta walk. I gotta get there. So hey, man, depending on how tired I am when I make it to this house, bro, I'ma definitely. If I can't get no ride and I have to walk all the way, I'm gonna be too tired to do a video. I can tell you that right now. But if I can get a ride, I'm finna walk over here, stop over here, see my boy there. And if I can get a ride, there definitely will be a video this evening, and we definitely will talk about the origins of racism. So until y'all see me this evening, y'all be blessed.